Hey, welcome back to another video. My name is Blake. This is Merch Campus, a channel all about merch by Amazon. Today I wanted to dive into just a very quick topic that I've been researching and testing. I've seen good results and I wanted to share what I've learned. This is revolved around pricing. We're about to enter the big rush of Q4. Last year for me it was mid-November through mid-December. So what happened though, which hopefully will not happen this year, probably not, is this thing called throttling, basically where shirts started to be hidden from the search results because Amazon could not deliver on those shirts because they were strained to the capacity. And one of the ways that we were fighting, or at least some people who knew this were fighting the throttle, is that we would tweak our shirts by a cent or $1, and somehow that would refresh the shirt and it would pop back up on the search results. And then you could get quite a few more sales and so on and so forth. Because even our best sellers were being hidden. I've been often thinking about why the fact that even though you could be on merch for months and continually adding quality designs, increasing your portfolio, but a lot of people's accounts stay very stable. It didn't make sense to me. What I started to do lately is I started to apply that same tactic with throttling just to the general daily maintenance of the merch account. So now what I try to do every day is go into listings. I go all the way back from the beginning, the live ones, and I start to tweak the price by just a cent or $1 or whatever you're comfortable with. These shirts, which have not sold in months, really months, like prior sellers would just sell out of the blue. And so now I've made this a practice, particularly now these shirts should be selling multiple times a day because they were strong sellers and they aren't anymore. And now we're in like the biggest sales time of the year. What I've started to do is go through, and you could do this really well with Pretty Merch. You could just see your all-time best sellers and it lists 100, and I go through all those and I tweak the price by a cent or $1, and I don't edit the listing because that sends it back into processing, and sometimes you can get like rejections and things like that. So I just edit the price, and typically that processes within an hour or two. So I did that today. Like I think 2 or 3 shirts that I hadn't sold in months, like really months, sold like a few hours after I did that. So anyway, bottom line is, this is just based on what I'm seeing, is that we have to be a little more active with our merch shirts. It's the same principle in Etsy. The more active you are with a listing, the higher it ranks. The more you edit product, you add images, you change the price, and there's this kind of activity around the listing, Etsy will actually promote it. Etsy being, you know, the other e-com site. So the story of this video is, if there's some shirts that you've had an eye on that used to sell and aren't selling anymore, and you're like, I don't understand why it's not selling anymore, I would recommend you tweak the prices. And I've started to make this a daily practice of just going through old shirts, tweaking the price, and making that as part of my daily routine. And I'm seeing great results. And shirts which have not sold in a very long time, they've had millions, like their BSRs just in the high millions, will all of a sudden sell because of that. And my guess is somehow creating that refresh and that activity around the shirt is giving it a ranking boost, or is showing it at the top of the page. Hopefully that's useful. This is just something that I'm doing that I wanted to share with you, because it can be frustrating that you're entering this high, sales season and some of your best sellers have stopped selling. And I believe that oftentimes all they need is a quick refresh, a quick price tweak. And again, I would just edit the price and not the listing. Please let me know if you're seeing the same results. For former sellers that stopped selling, you just edit the price and now they're selling. And I would recommend we doing that, because all you need is a few sales, and now these shirts have become regular sellers again. So that's the lesson of today. I would highly encourage you to play around with this method. This is mainly for people who have shirts that have already been selling, not particularly for new ones, because I don't know how the new ones would perform anyways. This is for validated sellers. Okay, thank you very much. This is a short one. Talk soon.